Well, the insurgency in Afghanistan has riddled the country with hidden improvised explosive devices designed to maim and kill British and NATO troops. Today, special recognition has been given to those who seek out and destroy the deadly devices, doing one of the most dangerous jobs in one of the world's most dangerous places. Kyle Lark reports.
Marching proudly out to the band of the Parachute Regiment, these young soldiers are arguably amongst the bravest in the army. Each has volunteered to undergo the training which qualifies them for a place in the High Assurance search teams, formerly known as Counter IED. Made up of the Royal Engineers and Royal Logistic Corps, they're being formally recognised for the first time for the job they do. Most of them having returned from Op Herrick 13, where they were seeking out the deadliest Taliban devices.
It's fantastic that the guys are being recognised now. Previously, only the bombs trained personnel wear the actual badge, and it's nice that the searchers are actually getting some recognition now, because a lot of the guys, they're volunteers, they don't get paid for what they do, so it's nice that they get that.
More than 250 soldiers are receiving their new badges today, but most of those on parade have already put their skills to the test in Helmand. 3 of the soldiers, though, are bearing the injuries that are the stark reminder that this is one of the most dangerous jobs in the British Army. But the men here say that when they're in Afghanistan, they must stay focused.
Yeah, it's very important. Any slight lapse or lapse concentration can or maybe result in an injury. But if everyone's on, if someone's a bit tired, we'll always swap round, have a break, just to make sure we're all ready, refreshed and ready to go, so we go straight out.
In Afghanistan, they put their lives on the line to ensure ISAF forces and the civilian population are kept safe from the Taliban's hidden bombs. Each searcher has his own experience of dicing with death.
The first 3 months of our tour was pretty hard on our team. We had a few incidences, but after that, we all knuckled down, banded together, and we just helped each other through, and after that it just seemed a lot easier to go through.
We did a tour of the Bandyback Road around a dam down in Nes North, and it was a highly seeded route. We found 13 emplaced IEDs, all found by my searchers.
Some of these men too are trained to conduct searches in the UK, for example during the upcoming party conference season. General Manns was himself a search advisor in Northern Ireland in the 1970s. The badge, an eye with a flame above it, represents their specialist skills, separate but complementary to those of bomb disposal. And there are soldiers in Helmand carrying out this risky role every single day of the year. Well, some remarkable stories there from some of the soldiers that have received the badge today. Well, now I'm joined by Lieutenant Colonel Mark Davis, the commanding officer of the Counter IED Task Force on Op Herrick 13. Well, first of all, Mark, what do you think of this new badge that's been presented today?
Well, I think it's an important step towards recognising, finally, what the searchers do on operations in Afghanistan. They have a uniquely dangerous job where we thrust them right into the heart of terrorist activity, right in the danger zones, looking at IEDs and trying to find them. And we're not doing it as a routine operation where we just go along on a patrol. We're actually placing them deliberately in harm's way. And for many years they've been the unsung heroes, and now finally this recognises them, and I'm really pleased to see it come into play.
And Op Herrick 13 was very tough for your task force, losing 3 men in action and also having 7 of them seriously injured. How difficult is that to keep the guys motivated and to keep them going?
It's always very difficult to prepare yourself for casualties. We all went out there knowing that we would probably take some because all the other task forces had taken casualties. But I don't think anything really prepares you for when you're told that we've just taken a casualty. There's a bit of silence at first, and then our team building work that we did prior to deployment suddenly came to the fore. And we suddenly remembered that we were a team, and somehow you just get through it as a team.
And you're now responsible for training some of the guys that will go on to do these searches in Afghanistan. How has that training changed over the 10 years that we've been in Helmand?
Well, we've relied very much on our training that we built up over other operations, such as in Northern Ireland, and much of that was still very relevant to what we do now in Afghanistan. But we have had to change a few things. For instance, the environment is very different, the ground is different, and we've had to adapt our methods. We haven't used our robotics as much as we used to in other environments such as Northern Ireland and in the UK, but we still use them. We have a variety of methods, but we have had to tweak them slightly which involves people going up more on foot and dealing with bombs by hand. So still, a very brave and dangerous task to complete.
Indeed, all of the men here very courageous indeed. Now an opportunity for them to catch up with friends that they may not have seen for several months. But of course the thoughts return to all those who are currently on the front line doing this job in Afghanistan. Kaya Lark, Forces News at Carver Barracks in Wimbish.